Today is day 19, January 19. Our block of scriptures that we've got for the one-year Bible, Genesis chapter 39, verse 1 through chapter 41, verse 16. Matthew chapter 12, verse 46 through chapter 13, verse 23. Psalm 17, 1 through 15. Proverbs 3, 33 through 35. Today, we haven't gone back in Genesis in a bit, so I just want to jump back to Genesis chapter 9. There's some cool stuff going on in there. The story of Joseph is a really impacting story for me. It was one of my favorite stories growing up as a kid, even though Asher sold Joseph into slavery. Little brothers. Anyways, I want to look at 39, verse 20 through 23, if I can find it again. Yeah, here we go. And Joseph's master took him and put him in the prison, where the king's prisoners were confined. And he was there in prison. But the Lord was with Joseph and showed him steadfast love, and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison. And the keeper of prison put Joseph in charge of all of the prisoners who were in the prison. Whatever was done there, he was the one that did it. The keeper of the prison paid no attention to anything that was in Joseph's charge, because the Lord was with him, and whatever he did, the Lord made it succeed. So, Joseph, he's had some setbacks. Over the past few readings in Genesis, you see Joseph going from having dreams of being a king to being sold into slavery to rising up. And it's like, oh, we're finally getting some traction and succeeding with Potiphar. And then Potiphar throws him in prison again. And now we see he's got a little more traction going again. But his story is a story of continual and constant setbacks. It's like nothing seems to be working for him, but at the same time, it's somehow working for him. You know, it's this weird strain, this kind of back and forth, this roller coaster of ups and downs. Now, I've never been thrown in prison or been sold by my brothers into slavery or anything like that, but sometimes my life feels that way, you know, with the ups and downs, the setbacks, the weird moments of struggle where I can't win for losing, and I can't just stay in a losing place because God ends up pulling me out of that. And it's like as soon as I catch my breath, everything seems to start falling apart again. But you know what? Even those setbacks happen, and may happen often, and maybe your life is just a story of setback after setback. When you honor God in the places that you don't want to be, and when you honor God with the tasks that you don't want to do, He can give you favor. We each end up in those places, the calls we don't really want to take, the situations we don't want to deal with. But you know what? When we are faithful to God with those things, and we honor Him with the way we do those things, and our heart as we do those things, He'll give you favor. And He will move you from being a prisoner trapped in the confines of your situation to being someone who is doing something great. Take care, y'all.